hello and welcome everyone to the Game Dev London podcast, where today with you is your host, me, uh, Ahmed, as you can see in the tag. Bam, bam, there, yeah. And with me today, giggling in the background, is Stu.
Hello.
How are you doing, Stu?
I'm good. I'm very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited to get chatting about some cool creative stuff today.
Yes, and today we are going to be covering the Unreal Metahuman creator that was recently announced. At least that is going to be our first topic potentially. We'll see if there's a second, as our conversations may lead.
There's always some meandering. Always some
There's
meandering.
always, man. Conversations are like a river. They like meander like that.
They
Um,
come and go.
they do. Um, but yeah, like oh my god, I mean that was like I have no words for like
Can't even
the
speak.
yeah, I mean like it looks so cool, like it came out of nowhere. Like I don't know, there was no real indication that Unreal like had something like this under the hood or like in the works in the background, because they acquired Megascans and they made it all free to anyone really using it, and that was groundbreaking. And
Yeah,
now
because
now
then they
this.
made it so that you can use them in games with like massively high, unreasonably high fidelity. Fidelity that no one yet needs, but I mean, yeah, for the future of stuff. I guess, it's going to be
Yeah.
good in movies and stuff. It's going to be super useful. But yeah, yeah,
Mega
they just
scans all
keep
this.
just well, mega scans.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah,
like, well, certainly the way that they implemented it, so that you can bring in these just in, like I say, insanely high fidelity models and stuff.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, so that I think it's just how they roll. They just keep it under wraps. They don't talk about it. They've clearly been working on it for quite some time. This
yeah.
isn't just oh hey guys, I did this weekend. Have a look. This is like they. I think that maybe they've probably even been planning it for yeah for quite some time. Maybe
Absolutely.
it was maybe even part of their roadmap, some early on. So, but yeah,
I'd
and
be shocked
now
if it wasn't like
yeah, right.
with the level of like quality that this is like they've just kind of popped this out there. It's like no way is it like some sort of like side project like you get with like a lot of other things that kind of pop up on like into like this sphere of the internet and everything. Like for example, Google Earth. That was a side project that someone at Google was making. But
Discord was a side project. It was
oh
just a
really?
tool for yeah, it was just a tool for a team, and then they were like, oh wait a minute, this has amazing application. Let's because I might be wrong, but I think they were making games initially,
Oh
and
okay.
they were using it as their communications thing,
Mm,
and then they were
mm,
like, no, this is actually a better thing to get out there as a product. So yeah, that it does happen, but this can't be one of those things.
oh
This
yeah.
can't be one of those. We want higher fidelity models, or although I guess that kind of is really because Megascans were doing it, and then they were like, oh, if we could implement Megascans, I think the thing that they're doing, and they're clearly doing very well,
Yeah.
is they're foreseeing the needs that are going to come
Mm,
because, like with MetaHuman, it's so obvious that that's what people are going to want and need,
yeah.
and now that it's here, everyone's like, oh yes, it's a game changer.
Mm.
and
So
and again with the mega scans, they saw it and they've done it.
yeah. So kind of to give people a bit of like understanding of still what we're like what metahuman is.
What we're so hype about, aren't we?
Yeah. So basically it's this in-engine tool that basically lets you kind of like think of any other character creator, but this lets you create an entire human being from top to bottom, like their entire body, and
Practically photorealistic.
but yeah,
Like it's
and that's the thing. Like it like there's I mean like I'm not a
I
coder
guess it
or
is
like a
photorealistic, isn't it? It's not.
it's
It's
yeah it is absolutely
it.
photorealistic. It's not
Yeah,
stylized in
it's not
any
kind of.
way.
Yeah.
It like I mean like they had like a lot of the like some the demo with like Andy Serkis reading Shakespeare using it, and it's just like it's gonna be pretty amazing, but it's hard to tell exactly how it's applied. Like, does it immediately, if it like immediately rigs your character, that's gonna be amazing because it's just like you don't have to worry about rigging and like because it's not an it's not an easy process. And if it kind of does it all for you, like from the get
Well,
go,
this is it, isn't it? This is what the video suggests.
yeah,
The video that they dropped about it. It suggests that it's a tool um, that's like ready to rock and roll.
yeah,
All you have to do is decide or get an artist to create using that tool what
yeah,
the human looks like. Um, and at the moment, it does seem all very like real human. There's
mm,
no like alien forms or anything like that, or unless that's yet to come. But like it just you're just creating very real people,
yeah,
which means that you can very easily create like online avatars, for example. Um,
hmm,
but yeah, and it looks like while you're creating it, you can test out face shapes, you can test out expressions
mm,
and talking and stuff like that. I would imagine that that's like pre-stored into the rig stuff, so that like demo stuff basically,
yeah,
and then it's going to be a case of yeah, like is it how easy is it if you get a real actor like mocapped up
yeah,
and like is it just plug and play? Can you literally just go, oh yeah, I've got it understands this mocap setup. As long as you've got this mocap setup, you're good to
mm,
go.
mm,
Or is it going to be a case of yeah, like it creates these awesome human beings, but then you have to have the painstaking part of like rigging it to make it do everything.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I say, the video suggests that it's good to go, like out the out the packet. So
Yeah, that's the thing, because they've not really shown like they've made the project so you can get the models that they've made on it, but they don't actually give you like a demo access to the tool itself. It's very much like here's a sizzle reel, um, let your imagination like take you where it wants to go, but it's a like that's the thing, because the manipulation of like the, of the character itself, you need an artist or at least someone who has a good understanding of human anatomy because I think they showed a bit of like limb manipulation in the video itself, um but yeah, I feel like if it doesn't automatically kind of like rig it for you based on how you've made it, like even like rig like the face and everything, because that's kind of what they focused on in the video. Like I feel like it would be a bit of a loss for them to not monopolize on that, just because it looks like it's there. It genuinely looks like it's all part of a big package, and like you said, it's just all like ready to go. So if you want to like rapidly prototype a little like a little game, like you could do that quite easily. Um,
I can see that like I've I mean we've already seen really that big brands have done things like KFC's Colonel avatar like influence the character.
yeah.
I reckon if this is as good as it says it is, then very quickly we're going to start seeing brands leaping on that, and you'll see like social avatars for
Yeah.
God knows like every brand probably.
True. It depends. Like if they, because like a lot of those brands also have like already invested in their own like media kind of creation. Depends if they want to like, because I mean, if they want to use it, because I don't know, we don't know like kind of the pricing. If there is a pricing structure attached to it, they've not said it's completely free.
Mm.
I made that assumption based on like the existing Unreal Engine program that they have. Like if you're a hobbyist or like a small time indie, you're not really charged. You're only really charged on like your success of your title.
Yeah.
And if you make something for free and just kind of put it to the world, like you don't get charged. So if it goes with that
Well,
model,
I think there's possibly an interesting grey area here if that's the
mm,
case, right? Because let's say there are people out there who are amazing characters within themselves, but
mm,
they're like camera shy. So like amongst their friends and stuff, they're a laugh riot, and everyone's like, "Oh, you should be on camera," and they're like, "No, but this face." And then, but like, if they're able to rig up this character and create this alter ego visually,
Mm,
um,
mm.
then they could become like this avatar influencer. And then, but that's where I think that there might be grey area, right? Because you haven't created a game product with it. You
Yeah.
haven't created anything other than um, a model. Like, how are they going to get the money from you for that? Because really, it's just you're acting and
Yeah.
you're using it as a puppet. Is it a
Mm.
one-off payment for the puppet you've created?
Yeah,
Like,
or maybe they
where's
just make you outright pay for the tool.
hmm?
Like potentially. Like that's
I mean, if that's the
yeah.
case, that's quids in, right? And then,
Yeah.
but also that creates a market for people like myself who are artists who will be like contacted by people who say, yeah, I want one of these avatars and I need someone with that artistic eye to do it. Can you get in there
Mm.
and this is the kind of thing I want them to look like? And then yeah, so it could be good for artists in general. It could be good for people that want to yeah get in front of the camera without being in front of the camera. There's loads of applications for it for sure.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, I guess because this is the thing, because it's photorealistic, you're kind of tied to that sort of like aesthetic unless you're going at it, unless I don't know
For the
if
time
they can
being, at
really
least,
trans.
yeah, we are tied to because you don't. I mean, it can't be that much of a stretch for them to go. Well, skin color, whatever you want. You want
Mm.
rainbow fish scale skin? Fine, go for it. Like it can't be far off that. If it's already able to do real human type stuff,
Mm. Mm.
then yeah, it's just going to be a case of. But then, yeah, the fidelity of the tool in order to do things like so a good example of like amazing facial character structure changing for me
Mm.
is in what's that film called? Uh, great, Maleficent, where
Yes.
they gave her cheeks like this pointiness, like that. Being able to do stuff like that, where you can give yourself these sharp lines and really
Yeah.
get into this because people already want to do that in the real world, right? They already want plastic surgeons to give them these awesomely weird alien, but still like so super cool looking faces. So if they're able to do stuff like that, then yeah,
Mm.
sky could be the limit, really.